This week Parashat Nasso. We know that Parashat Nasso talks about Sotah. What's Sotah? Sotah, a lady that is straight. The husband told her, you should not be in a private place with this man. A few times warned her, but she didn't listen, and she was in private. And the man doesn't know whether she sinned or not. He comes to they bring her to Kohen, and Kohen give her something to drink. And through that, if she's clean, she's clean. If she's not clean, then the Torah tells us that her thigh would collapse and the stomach would swell and she would lie in disaster. Now, Torah tells us, Rashi tells us, Ma katu lemala. There are parashot semichut of the parashot. What's the parashah before the parashah of Sotah? Torah tells us the parashah before parashah of Sotah is matanat kehuna, that we have to give matanat kehuna. We have to give gifts to Kohen. Now we know that Kohanim are working with Amidash. We have to give them gifts. Now, what's this semichut? Why is it parasha of giving teruma to Kohen? It's connected to Sotah. Rashi says, Torah is telling us that if atom ma'akim matanot Kohen, if you hold back the matanot, the gifts of the Kohen, and you don't give to hold back, you don't give to Kohen. You don't come to Kohen. You don't want to see him. You don't come to give him gift. Hashem says, I promise you that you're going to come to Kohen. Why do you have to come to Kohen? Your personal need. You need something personally. It's life be there, and you come to Kohen. Why do you come to Kohen? Because you don't know whether your wife did Avera or not, and you cannot live with this wife. Very interesting. What is it? What's the connection? Is it magical? There is the magic that if you don't give teruma to Kohen, then you gotta bring your wife as a sotah. Is it magical? Torah is not magic. All of the Torah is understanding depth, psychology of relationship. Now, what is it? Why is it a good connection that Torah is saying that somebody doesn't give gifts to Kohen, then he brings his wife? Now, if you notice, Rashi says, the word of Rashi is very important. Rashi doesn't say it doesn't give. Rashi says, Im atom me'akev matarot Kohen. What does me'akev mean? Hold back. There's a difference between not giving and holding back. Imagine if some people are playing with the ball, and the ball goes on the street, and somebody gets the ball. And they tell him, please give us. We are waiting to continue our game. And he plays with it. He takes his time. They are screaming, give us. He takes his time. He laughs. And he plays with the ball. He doesn't give it. Finally, he gives. No, why did he do that? What's the point? You know that they are waiting for it. You know that you have to give. They are screaming at you. His power struggle. He wants to show that I'm in charge. There's a vacuum inside that he wants to show that I'm in charge. He's using the opportunity to show that I'm in charge. You tell me to give the ball, you think that I'm going to listen to you. The ball is in my court. I'm in charge. I'm in charge. Therefore, Torah is telling us this person, he wants to tell a Kohen, you should know what you are getting. I'm in charge. Me'akev. I hold back. I'm not just freely giving it to you, just like that. I hold back to show. You have to understand who is the authority here, who is running things here. It's my money that it does. It's mine that it does. Holds back and then he gives. There was such a person is a controlling person. He wants to be in charge of everybody and everything. Even the house of the Kohen is a house of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, is a house of Shekhinah. He wants to control even house of the Shekhinah. He's a controlling person. Sometimes you submit to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, to Shekhinah, but he doesn't want to submit himself. Therefore, now imagine what type of home he has. What type of home he creates for himself. He's going to give room to his wife and children. He would be controlling wife and children all the way from A to Z. Torah is telling us such a person that doesn't recognize any authority, just sees himself as a selfish and self-centered and controlling. Sure enough, the wife would astray. The wife would go off there. Children would go off. Now, Torah is telling us this is what's happening. It's the fruit of action of the husband. Now, it's very interesting. Torah tells us that Torah is recognizing who is be blamed here, the husband. But when you learn the parasha, who gets punished? The wife gets punished. It's unbelievable. Torah is diagnosing that the problem, the source of the problem is husband. But he gives the punishment to the wife. The wife is innocent here. Why the punishment goes to wife? Torah is teaching us very important lesson in Shalom Bayit. Shalom Bayit is talking about the house. House is not a jungle. In jungle, you try to struggle and overcome. Now, what is she doing? She's acting like in jungle. She says, oh, you do that to me, I show it to you. I go with the worst person to prove to you that you are worse than this Schwarze. You are worse than this person or that person. That's the way that she acts. She wants to take revenge. Now, Torah says, you take revenge. That's the way that you act. That's the way that you go about it. Home. You destroy home because you want to take Nekama. Torah says you can be punished. See, lady, you have a problem. There is something. Home is not a jungle. Home is home. You go to bed in. You take advice. What should you do? Not to just emotionally come and take revenge and destroy home and buy it and deliver. I was involved in a getting with a few children. I told her, see, this husband wants to come back. Give him a chance. Give him a chance. She says, no, I want to take my revenge. I want to take my revenge. No, you have children. They're going to be destroyed. No, I want to take my revenge. This is what Torah is teaching us. Home is not a jungle. If there is something goes wrong, what do? You communicate, you get advice how to go about it. And that's why this lady gets such a great punishment. And the limit is that if you have any problem at home, come and put it on the table, try to solve it. Don't let it add up and then you explode and you might do something that you will regret for the rest of your life. There is a problem, you come and put it on the table and try to solve it.